Hello you and welcome back to my Bloodborne Diaries. But before we jump in, we've got a bit of admin here. Here are some of the names that were suggested by people on the website twitter.com as a suggestion for better names for Turbo Lassie.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always...
Well, wasn't that beautiful? It turns out that sometimes, right, dogs can be funny. But I haven't got time for dogs being funny. No, we're back to Bloodborne. And I'm on to day 11. What am I doing on day 11? Where am I going? What are my plans? I can't remember. I can't remember at all. I haven't played this game for about a week. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Let's wander. I remember where I'm going. Don't panic, I remember where I'm going. There was a little pathway off behind the house of the man who gave me his tonsils. It was a gift. It was consensual. There was a path. I went down this path. And it was like a cave. This cave's kind of full of these weird little things. At first I thought it was like the weird kind of shell things that covered the witch lady. I've since realised they're actually not shells, they were eyeballs. Yeah, an old lady covered in eyeballs. That's less fun than shells. Anyway, this place, they're not eyeballs on sticks, although I thought they were. They're like little dandelions, like the little things you blow, you know? And they all fly off, and lovely. Obviously it's a creepy cave though. At the bottom of it, water and big men. The water's poisonous, which isn't good, so I don't want to fight the big men in the water. Do I even want to fight the big men? I don't know. The big men have got these sort of bells on their neck. It gives me the sensation that if I start fighting one of them, it's going to draw the attention of the others. And just when I was kind of summing up the courage to actually take on one of them, this kneeling guy, I was sort of thinking about it and thinking, is this a good idea, is this a bad idea? The game threw a wonderful little curveball at me with these little guys. These little guys, I don't know what they are. They're like wormy leech things, but they're quite dangerous. And they're difficult to dodge. And, oh god, yeah, this is kind of lovely. I decided at this point to do the age-old technique of just leg it the flip away and hide somewhere in a cave. And luckily just made it out with my life and was blessed once again with a random upvote of one of my earlier messages, which is always nice. But yeah, fantastic, right? You got this water, it obscures a lot of what you can see because it's got this weird kind of white sheen, and it means you're so fixated on these giant, slow, undead dudes that you don't even think about what could be in the water. And it turns out the thing that really causes you grief are tiny, tiny little creatures. This is classic From Software. Nice. Frankly, I decided I didn't really like the look of these guys, so I just sort of ran around the poison pool collecting all the goodies and then leaving. Although I did have a bit of a tight scrape with this guy. Oh, he's... But I got away. And up a very, very, very long ladder. At which point I came out somewhere bad. Oh, somewhere very bad. There's bodies everywhere. And another ladder. When will these ladders stop? Well, the ladders stop when you get to the surface, and I'm back at the start, at the very start of the game, in a graveyard around the corner. Looping back. But there's another new route. This game is constantly spidering off into new forks and new avenues, but this route has one of these guys in it. And, yeah, last time I met this guy, it didn't go too well for me, so this time I'm going to try a far more blunt and fast approach. And yeah, that was terrible. That was a terrible, terrible idea. And that great means I continue just to be uselessly terrified of those things. On the up though, they have actually patched out the whole Bloodborne loading screen thing. They've actually got item descriptions now, and the load times don't seem quite as bad. Although, now I've got things to read, I don't really feel like I have as much time to sing the Emmerdale theme tune, so... depressing. Listen, right, while I was in the neighbourhood, I thought I'd try and sneak a peek at the lady. Look, I like that. Look, I'm worried about this Iosefka's clinic lady. I don't think she's even Iosefka, she's just a lady. And I thought she was completely legit, but then she, did this kind of weird little creepy laugh. And I'm like, is you actually... Maybe she's worse than the thing at the cathedral. Maybe I shouldn't send good people to her. So there's a little hole in the window, right, and I can see a sliver of her through there. So I spent a while trying to wiggle the camera around, get like a view, see if I could like find out what it was behind the door. Couldn't really get a good angle at it, but I can tell that she's definitely got a neck, she's definitely got a chin, and it's definitely a kind of human looking thing. So it looks like it's a human lady. So maybe it's fine. Still don't trust her. Anyway, I got past the blue tentacle thing. Forget about killing it. I'm not going to kill it. It's horrible. It did steal some brain goop out of my head, though. These things actually suck your brain goop out of your head. You lose insight. It's not just damage. It literally takes insight from your brain. How dark is that? Anyway, I got past it by running and killed some crows on a roof, which made me feel like a big, powerful, strong man again, which frankly I kind of needed. And yeah, killing crows on a roof, brilliant. It's a pure Instagram moment, even if I do say so myself. And you're not going to believe this one, guys, but it turns out the next area is really creepy. Remember the aliens I met down in the kind of pond lands, and I got into a fight, and I was all like, E.T., feeling bad. Now I feel bad, because I found an alien on a chopping board table, and it is part human. And yeah, this is kind of the first glimmer of real plot I've found in Bloodborne. What's going on with this? Like, are all of the blue alien things that were once human? Or are they trying to merge the two? And what is this place? It looks a lot like Iosefka's clinic. And these doors. Hang on, these are the doors. That's the stairs. That's where I was a minute ago when I was looking through the window at the lady. The lady's not here. Is that the lady? Is the lady a blue thing? Did I just kill the lady? Oh. This is getting awkward. I found her. No, it wasn't her. On the floor wasn't the alien thing. That was just her quirky blue manservant. Probably. No, she's in here. I knew it! I knew she was a baddie. She's a very baddie. I can hear quiet whimpering upstairs. It's very unpleasant. But she says that I can leave and we can keep our agreement in place. But I feel that's a bad idea. I feel I should maybe deal with this. I was right about one thing though, she was a normal looking lady, but obviously sometimes you can't trust normal looking ladies. Especially if they then decide that they can fire tentacles out of their hands. Anyway, she's dead now. Alternative medicine, eh? It's a nightmare. One thing I can do now that I've, murdered the lady is go and find the man. The man who maybe looked like a cannibal, because I couldn't decide where to send him to, and I didn't want to send him to anywhere good. And I now think that everywhere is going to be bad. I don't think there's going to be anything good. So I'm going to send him to the cathedral, but I've got to remember where he is. And I think he was around here somewhere, but maybe I'm wrong. Again, though, I'm keeping up with playing with headphones, and I can assure you that sprinting through the forbidden forest with all of the things coming after you whilst you're wearing headphones is like having hell injected into your ears. It's horrible. I hate it. It's wonderful. But honestly, hot damn, just look at this game. Sometimes I just have moments where I stop and just look at this game. Look at that sword, covered in blood. Look at it glistening away. Sure, maybe it does feel like I'm just an 11-year-old boy masturbating over violence, and maybe that's all I am, but man, this is some really good violence masturbation. It felt like the Forbidden Forest was kind of the weird route to get to where I needed to go, but I got there. I found the creepy dude. Let's send him to the cathedral. What is the worst thing that can happen? Obviously, the worst thing that can happen is everybody there gets murdered by him. But apart from that, what is the worst thing that can happen? Actually, no, goddammit, I'm gaming the system. I'm sending him to the clinic on his own. There's no one there. There's no evil lady to kill him. There's no one for him to eat. It's just him. So, yeah. What's the worst that can happen? I guess nothing. Probably. And I guess we'll find out next week. In next week's Bloodborne Diaries. Oh, it's a cliffhanger. Traditional narrative structures. Bye! If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like more people to naturally stumble across it on the internet, then clicking the like and subscribe button magically makes that happen. Also, if you really, really like my stuff, then you might consider funding my work on Patreon, because otherwise it wouldn't happen. Thanks very much. Bye!